I don't know when to start the podcast. Should we start it now?
Try one more time.
No.
Welcome back to Punch Drunk Nerd, the podcast where three friends, three amigos, three bambinos come together to talk about nerd shit. This week we are talking about The Running Man, directed by Edgar Wright, starring Glenn Powell himself. But before we do all that, we're going to talk about the news. And before we do all that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Luis Gonzalez, and with me is
Miguel Sanchez.
And Deadpool.
And today on the docket, Tom Cruise. You might know Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible 1, Mission Impossible 2, and The Last Samurai. He just received an honorary Oscar yesterday at the Governor's Award.
Are you doing
tell us about this.
Were you doing a bit? What? Sorry, that was hilarious. Because I thought, I was like, he's going to go one way or the other. He's either going to list all of the Mission Impossibles, but no, you surprised me. That was good. I liked it.
Yeah. Hit me up.
We talked about this whenever they announced it. They've been they announced that they're going to start giving out the Oscar for stunt work in movies, which of course Tom Cruise has been kind of leading that charge, so to speak. So it seemed only fitting, especially with the quote unquote last Mission Impossible movie, that they would celebrate him. So as part of the Governor's Awards, two other people whose names escape me at the moment also got an Oscar. Yeah. But Tom Cruise was obviously the main event, and it was I don't know if you guys watched his the video, but it was nice. We've been talking about Tom Cruise a lot. I went on, like, leading up to Mission Impossible, I went down like a Tom Cruise rabbit hole and started watching a bunch of his movies. And I mean, he's old school Hollywood star here, and finally getting his dues. Alejandro G. Inarritu was the one who presented the award, and they have a movie coming out next year together.
They're about to do one.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting, and maybe he'll get that nomination. But so it was, I just thought it was give him a shout out.
I really liked how he also took the time to be like, there's a lot of people in this room that I've worked with, and if I've worked with you, like, stand up. And like, I take you with me on every project I work on. I was just like, man, what a classy thing to say,
Tom Cruise is really good at talking about the movies and being in interviews. I'm just like so enamored by him when he's talking about that stuff specifically. I know he has like a lot of stuff very to
focused.
Him.
Yeah.
But when he talks about the movies, how passionate he is and how he brings it together and the life it brings, it's just like, it's so inspiring. And if he has to throw himself into that, then I mean, great.
He is very, very, rehearsed almost sounds like a jibe, but it's just like...
It doesn't seem rehearsed. It feels kind of genuine to me.
No, it does feel
I perceive it as genuine.
But he's very just like precise. And
sure, it's like a craft in itself.
Exactly. He just he does just know how to talk about it, and he does so eloquently. And it definitely just felt genuine and sincere. But that's what I mean. He doesn't get emotional, but he is very precise and
not anymore.
Just like in his work. What do you mean?
Well,
he's not anymore precise.
He's not emotional anymore. Well, remember when he had his...
right? Yes. Well, yeah, exactly. And I think it's because of that. It seems like almost.
It was a long time ago. A man can grow. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let's not hold people to their past.
Yeah, exactly. Who didn't jump on a couch?
He's a grown-up boy.
Yeah.
It's fun doing it.
Anyway, congratulations, Tom Cruise, Oscar
Shout out, Tom.
recipient.
I
want to winner if it was in a competition, right? You just say he has the Oscar.
Well, I think it means more when you get it. I don't know. It's such a campaign for the Oscars that it's really like,
it does feel like
you like me, you like me, you like me, and then for the honorary stuff, it's like, okay, goddamn, we should like honor you because you've clearly done a lot with in this business that has impacted things, So and then I think you might have said this earlier, but when Angela Bassett didn't win for her performance for Black Panther, she got
a governor's
this honorary award. Literally the next year, they're like, "My bad.
Yeah,
Here you go. Here's the Oscar."
They were really just like, sorry about that. Yeah.
So sometimes it is like low key, just like we respect the hell out of what you've been doing. So
Exactly.
I don't know. They may not win, but I mean, they beat out everyone else for that year.
Voters be stupid. Sometimes voters be stupid. We have talked many a time how like, you know, people don't even watch some of the movies that they're voting for. They just kind of roll with the flow. But yeah, no, this definitely feels a bit more special. So yeah.
Yeah. So Tom Cruise, congratulations. Let's talk about trailer talk. Moana. This isn't the animated movie. This is the remake of live action. Guys, thoughts on the Moana trailer?
Let me tell you how I stumbled across this. I was on the old Instagram, and you know, occasionally on my reels and stuff, there'll just be like a snippet from a movie that I like or haven't seen or whatever, and it'll just like be like, oh yeah, this is why this is a great movie or whatever. And it was Moana, and I was just like, oh, okay, it's okay. It looks exactly like fucking Moana, like CG and all. And so I scrolled past it, and then I went back up, and I was like, hang on a second. And then after like a minute, I was just like, oh, this is like the live action teaser trailer. But like so much of it feels animated within that trailer. I was just like, what is the cunt fucking point? But here we are. But obviously I'm having a negative reaction. So yes, I like Moana. I like that movie a lot.
Of course.
It's a big deal in this household. And but yeah, I only just recently watched the second one. It was fine. But yeah.
I love that you say you stumbled upon it as though they weren't like spending millions of dollars to like market this movie and push it out for the masses to see. Yeah. Oh, I stumbled upon this little independent trailer earlier.
Like, yeah, it took us thousands of dollars to amp that to get to
make sure you specifically, Ed Ball, saw that.
Wade through all the other shit, the food questions and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I
do think it is kind of surprising. I guess obviously that's where you saw it, but it is kind of surprising that that's where you sent it to us. Because normally I feel like we're like a text to trailer, like a YouTube link or a Reddit link.
Yeah. Because usually like a trailer pops up, that will be my first instinct is to like pull up the trailer, watch it. I don't like watching trailers on Instagram, but
I kind of agree. The format does not work
right?
for
yeah. So yeah. But
you didn't care too much about it.
I didn't care.
You said, "Oh, I fucking throw it on. It's fine."
Well, we all know my thoughts. What about you guys? I mean,
well, I had just such like a lukewarm reaction to it. I was like, okay, here we go, another one. You know the drill by now. It's been a while since we've watched Moana, so I'm actually kind of thinking this is not going to be one that like we push for in our house. And especially when it's like it just looks a little lackluster, like, all right, we'll just watch it at home. We'll watch the regular one at home, and then if this one comes to Disney Plus in a year, fine, we'll do it then.
Yeah.
I mean, it just was. A lot of people are saying it just looks like the animated movie shot for shot, but also like the CGI and everything looks so animated, but with real people just kind of stuck right in the middle. And maybe that'll clean up a little closer to release.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems like, and you guys remember I did that solo episode. Was that earlier this year or last year?
I remember last year.
And we were getting the first look at The Rock as Maui in that. And so it's like, it's been a while. So not only is it weird that we're getting Moana this treatment for a movie that's less than 10 years old, but it's like, it also feels like we've been talking about it for a long time, because before we even got that Maui first look, we had already been talking about the Moana movie.
So there's a sequel too.
Yeah. And so it just feels like it's been a while. It's finally coming out. I think it's going to come and go. And then someone on the internet was like, this is going to make $1 billion. And it's like, yeah, it probably will. Unfortunately.
I'd be willing to bet right now that it won't. But
okay. How much do you think it'll make?
I think it will land between.
Wait. Oh, I can't mark
What?
it. Oh, here it is. Go ahead, Ed.
Domestic and or just like worldwide box office, I think it will
Full-
land
yeah.
between 6 and 800.
Oh no.
What about
6 and
domestically?
800. Yeah, go ahead, Ed.
I'm
Domestically.
oh, domestic.
Domestically.
4.
No, I would say less than 3.
Wow.
Yikes.
Less
You
than
think it's gonna
3 is a
play-
move.
you
It
think
is
it's
a
gonna
big.
play more?
I'm thinking about
I
this
can see
year
it, though.
where
It's
most
about-
remakes
yeah.
haven't been splashing.
Yeah, 250 to 350 kind of area.
Yeah.
But even still, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but the amount of
But
money
then-
they're
but-
about to spend on this bitch to promote it.
And the marketing. And how much is
Yeah.
Moana budget? Let's see. Because usually those things are like hundreds of millions.
It has to be
it
that
is, man, they hand it out like it's candy, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, that was a
Why
flop, and that was
Why didn't we
Okay.
make money?
Okay, so the budget exceeded the original film production budget of 150 million. The total budget for the live action remake could be around 200 million,
fuck?"
and then maybe like another 100 for marketing. So
Marketing.
300.
Yeah.
300 million. So they need to make at least like, over 600,000 worldwide. To
Million.
even
600
700, 800. Wait, what? Oh, million. Yeah. Did I say
Yeah.
1,000?
You did
Yeah.
say
Did that again.
1,000.
You've
What
been
is it
doing.
with
You've been
you?
doing that.
yeah.
Yeah.
The chump change over here. Chump change, Luis. Yeah.
Luis,
Why don't
you
they get
saw-
rid of the penny?
Luis, you saw the thumbnail of this trailer, and you had a kind of
Thank
visceral
you.
reaction.
I did, actually. I had such a visceral reaction looking at the thumbnail. I didn't even click it. I didn't even give it the respect or the time.
Doesn't need
Just
respect.
the image alone kind of deterred me completely.
What was the
It
image?
Why is that?
It looks like a fan film. It just looks like it was done in a studio. It's just too portraity and too fake looking. It didn't feel grounded in any way possible. I know it's a Disney movie, but at least if we're doing live action, then we need to make. I mean, obviously, I'm not a child, but I don't know, grounded a bit. I feel
Yeah.
like when I was a kid, I like Hook. I appreciated Hook a lot because it felt grounded and
Real.
like. I mean, of course, it was fantastical, but like it wasn't like pure CG heaven. You know what I mean? Like they're
Talking about
in
that-
actual dirt. They're
That texture.
ocean. The
Yep.
textures, yes, dude. I'm all about the textures. You guys know.
Yeah.
So like you can feel just reality,
You
and
know-
sometimes now it's like you don't feel that reality.
Totally. I was just thinking about literally that this evening. I was listening to some musical bangers, and I was just thinking, man, I'd love like if I was directing, I would love to do a live action remake of Sleeping Beauty. Just because I was thinking about the
I can
imagery.
totally see you do that.
The imagery of that film is
Whoa.
It was very unique for the time, but it was also very beautiful.
Wow.
And you think of this like bright, I don't know, beautiful princess walking
I
through
can
this
just see-
very mass forest,
Huge castle.
Yeah.
I just see a lot of big wide shots for you. You
Kind
used
of
to have the Gothic.
Yes.
Yeah, then you have the light pouring through a window. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shining
Yep.
down as a beam.
Absolutely.
I just want to say, I think
Maybe
it's
when we're
pretty
60
silly.
or something, we could make some sort of like big Gothic like
movie together.
thing.
Yeah.
I just think like the audacity of the both of you right now,
What are you talking about?
because we'll sit here for the last however many years on the podcast, off the podcast. Oh my god, how many more live action remakes do there need to be? And then
Because
with
they
your
haven't made it
whole
right.
chest, with your whole
They haven't made it
chest, you
right.
were like, you very earnestly just said, "Oh, and you know what? I would love to make a live action remake." Go fuck yourself.
if
all
I was
right?
doing a remake,
of
if
Sleep-
I was doing
No.
He's doing one.
No,
like
I will not
because
support. I
they
would
keep
not
dropping
support.
every time they make one. It's always just disappointing.
It looks
And you guys,
not
and
good.
you know what though, and I say this respectfully, yours would be too. Okay, no one
No.
wants these.
That's
No
not
one wants
I don't
these.
think so.
I don't think that.
Respectfully,
no, I disagree.
we could do it for-
I would put my artistic foot
What?
down and
Okay,
say,
do
like,
it then.
I want final
Do
cut.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
ball.
Give us
Give me a final
what's his
cut.
name to well, give it what's his name to direct it. They got Nosferatu. Robert Eggers.
Doing
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh my god.
But that's the thing though, is you guys are. It's like when Edgar Wright, shout out Edgar Wright, was going to do Ant-Man, and then that didn't happen because what happens? Marvel
so
and
we'll not-
Disney.
okay, so we won't do
What about
Sleeping
that?
Beauty. We'll
What
do,
about
like-
that Ben Solo movie that was like about to like everyone loved it?
Yeah,
Disney
what about
said
it? Oh,
no.
yeah.
Disney said no. I'm sorry. You're thinking we're going to get
But
some
we
Why do we
just
got to
great
work with
thing.
Disney?
Yeah,
Sleeping
Disney.
Beauty is just a generic princess story. Like it's
Yeah,
just a
they
generic
won't
story.
know.
Like we don't have to
They
do the
won't
Disney
know.
one.
And I'll just
Okay,
be
fine.
like, oh, can we film it on, I don't
Okay.
know, celluloid? Can I do it in 70 mil? Oh,
Yeah.
sure,
Disney
go ahead.
Disney only has a couple,
Can I get a real
3,000
dragon?
lawyers in the office at any given day that are ready to tell you,
no,
you can't have Sleeping Beauty.
They did Snow White. Remember? No, what was it? Was it Cinderella? What's the one with Hemsworth and
That's Snow White. Yeah.
That's Snow White,
and
but
the
that wasn't
Huntsman.
Disney.
No, exactly. And then they did what's Mirror Mirror? Do you remember that one? That was like a Julia Roberts, and that wasn't Disney either.
No.
So it's like these are like what, like fables or something, Germanic tales.
But
that
like,
we can
because
pull.
it's like grim fairy tale.
Jungle Book.
whatever.
They did the Jungle Book.
The
Remember
Jungle
what
Book.
the-
Yeah.
That was another one where they did.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty is definitely old enough. You could do what you want with it. And Disney already did it and fucked it up with Maleficent.
That's not Sleeping Beauty. That's Sleeping Beauty. She's
Sleeping-
Maleficent's the.
Oh my god.
Maleficent's the witch.
Yeah.
Don't say oh Miguel.
Oh
Okay.
Miguel. God damn it.
Sorry, I'm not a big. What's her name even?
Maleficent.
No, the princess.
Aurora.
Huh?
Aurora. Aurora.
All right, yeah, sounds great.
Earliest known version of the tale is found in the French narrative Perse Forest, written between 1330 and 1344.
Now, that's the one you want to make.
That's what you call public domain.
Well within your right. Okay.
Yeah. You just do whatever you want to it. I'm surprised they haven't had a horror movie from it yet.
That's actually hilarious. Okay.
You know what I have?
All right.
I was cleaning out my garage. Sorry, real quick. I know we were about to move on, but Ed, I have Ed's Man Bat script.
I love that actually.
I gotta send it to you.
I love that too. Yeah.
Also, I worked on that story
I
with
do have
him.
a copy somewhere, but yeah, the document.
That's
itself.
not just Ed's. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Edward Ball. Edward Ball's script. Just gotta say his last name. I'm kidding. I'll find a way to copy it. I guess it's the only copy.
That bat kills a child in that one. That was we discussed
the child
that for
survives.
ages.
Thanks for paying attention, but the wife dies.
Oh, spoiler. Let's talk about this now. It's a segment where we chit chat, jibber jabber on our text message chains, and sometimes we don't want to talk about it. Then we want to talk about it now. So let's talk about it now. We will get to Running Man. If you want to get to Running Man, just click down below, and you can just jump right to that point. Okay. Do you want to talk, Miguel? I feel like you're always really good at this section.
Okay, I love this section. Which I was thinking about this. It's been like 2 years since we started doing this as a bit, and I love it every time. I like that we don't do it every episode, you know. But you know what? Hey, we were talking about it then. Let's talk about it now. I want to talk about something that Luis texted me, and he goes, and this is an issue in my house because my wife and I have thoughts on it. Okay, but Luis texted me the other day, and he goes, Miguel, do you and Kristen ever order like DoorDash, Uber, whatever, from two different restaurants? And here's the thing. We have done it, but it's a source of tension in our house because my wife specifically, for some reason, just like hates like the idea of us both getting two different things. She's very much like, no, we'll just get the same restaurant. And if I go, well, I want this, she goes, then just get it and I'll just eat here at the house. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Like I'm going out anyway. I might as well. That's the thing. So you asked me, do we ever order from two different places? Was that because you guys were also having a conversation about that?
We were doing that too. Yeah, no, it's kind of the same situation where it's like, oh, let's order here. It's like, well, I don't really want that. And then she's like, okay, let's go here. And then she's like, oh, I don't really want that. Because we're trying to find a restaurant that works for both of us.
Sure.
And then at some point, I was just like, I'm tired. You just get yours and I'll get mine. And then I'll go pick it up. Like, this is just like, I want to enjoy tonight's meal. Because sometimes it's like, I've had this thing over and over again. And I personally don't. My body doesn't want it, you know?
Absolutely.
So we'll just go and get two separate things. Ed, do you just cook every meal 7 days a week?
Yeah, maybe about at least 5 times a week.
Good for you, dude.
Cooking.
I
made omelets tonight. We had omelets. But yeah, I could go both ways. That's the thing. It's like I do understand. Like I would probably be on Kristen's wavelength as far as just like, no, I'll just eat something at home kind of thing. But at the same time, there have definitely been those occasions where, I'll give like Sarah some options of what we can eat, and she'll go one way, and I'm just like, damn, I wanted the other thing.
So imagine if you could just order both.
Imagine if you could order
have
both,
one,
but at
have
the same
one
time,
delivered, and go pick up the other.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Now
that's where my head goes.
It depends,
because the thing is like I'm
of the mind if I'm
paying $30 for this thing and then I'm paying $20 for this thing. It's not like I'm getting doubly charged for going to two restaurants. It's still the same tax and it's still the same kind of price. It's all.
Well, I guess it depends. Like, sorry, Miguel mentioned getting it delivered, and I was like, well, that's you're paying.
Well, you can do a double.
You
can do a double DoorDash where it's like as you order one, then it's like, hey, do you want to add anything else to the order? And then you can go to like Ben and Jerry's or like 7-Eleven, or you can go like.
Well, genuinely, I didn't really think that you could do that. I feel like I've done that on like Uber Eats one time, and it's like, sorry, you've got items from another place, you cannot get it at the same time. So yeah, no, I think we're generally pretty good about like meeting in the middle, but I do understand the urge.
This is new. I mean, we've just been together for so long, so it's
sure.
Like,
it's like I'm tired.
1 year, 2 year, 3 or 4 year. Oh yeah, I'll compromise. Fine. Okay, well.
Here's what I like to do is I like to play the Uber driver. Okay, like let me go pick up the food.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll go to the place that I want to go. I'll have a beer while I wait. I'll order my food.
No, you won't.
And then on the corner, on the way home, when you know it, is the place that Kristen wanted. And look at that. We both get what we want. It's all in the same. Yeah. Now, it'd be one thing if it was like go here and go there, and it's like 45 minutes in between. Like, no, I'm not going to do something like that. But it's got to be economical. It's got to be efficient, and I got to be home within the hour, because it feels like
when you have like a drunk night and you're like, fuck it, have it one come from the west, one coming from the east, and have it mitted in the middle.
I will say,
try it one day.
There was one time where Sarah and I were coming back from a show.
This is crazy. What are we doing?
There was one time where Sarah and I were coming back from a show downtown. I want to say maybe it was we had just gone to see Moulin Rouge, and we hit up the old Mickey D's, got some nuggies and some burgers, and then on the way out, I was just like, you want to grab some Taco Bell? And we fucking did.
On the way in, you got McDonald's, and on the way out, you got Taco Bell.
Like on the way out of the McDonald's drive-through, we went over to Taco Bell.
Went to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. I thought
double whammy.
I thought you were just going to let me down. It'd be like, no. On the way there, we had dinner, and then we were a little peckish afterwards. No. Going straight from one to the other is the level of life that
they call that a bang bang, don't they?
We should strive to the bang bang. Absolutely.
Because that's what you're doing to your heart. You're like,
what'd you eat first? When you got home, what'd you eat first? Did you go like a McDonald's Taco Bell, or was it all McDonald's and then Taco Bell?
It was a little.
See, I thought in the story you were eating McDonald's, and then on the way you were going to Taco Bell, and then you ate the Taco Bell. But you're saving all of this for home.
We took it all home and we ate it in bed.
Now that would be hard to stomach. I think if you were eating McDonald's in the car and then you thought, hey, you know what else would go good with this? Let's stop at Taco Bell, because it's like once you're eating
down with
once you're already eating, like that should be the end of it. You should start wrapping up.
So dry,
I get it. I get it if you're starving and you're like, fuck, I really could stop for Taco Bell too, because this is going to be a feast. But now, like in the middle of a meal, that would be ridiculous.
And, it was just like we were daring each other on. We'd had a couple of drinks. We had smoked in the car, and we were just like, yeah, let's ride this wave.
Why not?
I'm pretty sure maybe this was probably before Lawrence was born. So Lily was elsewhere.
My last thought on that is, imagine the Taco Bell worker that looks through the drive-through window and sees the bag of McDonald's.
I'm always very self-conscious about that. I'd be just like, hide it.
Put that in the back. Okay, no, that's trash from the last time I ate here. Okay, I swear. And then the girl's just like, "Hey, babe, live Moss. All right."
Ding-ling.
Okay, I got one more thing on here, only because Luis said something today that just, I think floored me. I couldn't believe he said this. We were on Instagram today. We were watching a silly little video of a guy choking. Okay, and it was funny. We all laughed.
I've been rewatching that like at least 6-7 times already.
No, I couldn't
the moment
believe
when he starts choking.
Yeah, it's really good. Got a wheeze out of Luis. Let's go, dude.
The realization he has when it's so good. Just like the eyes shift.
Yeah, that moment where you know I'm about to die. That's legit hilarious. It's this peanut.
My thumb is just like beep. Alive, dead, alive. Just like in the transition. Okay.
Well, what's great is you can hear the moment where the food gets stuck in his throat.
He does like a little chuckle.
Yeah, it's like you're like, oh yeah, he's about to die.
And then the woman in the background is not doing anything. She doesn't even care that he's like, I'm almost died. And she's like, okay, on me.
Well,
okay, sorry.
What? I'm glad that got the laugh. That even not watching it, tears in their eyes.
Watching it in silent is hilarious too.
Okay. But you said something that just kind of floored me because Ed goes, who of us hasn't choked before or whatever, and you, Luis,
that was a wild statement.
And Luis goes, I choked for the first time 6 months ago, and I was like, what? You've never choked before on anything in your entire life? You never even sputtered like a Sprite by accident?
For those of us who don't chew their food, just inhale. It's just like...
I mean...
It's been a minute since I've choked.
I've had a cough. I've had like a that, but not like, oh, I'm choking. Like I legitimately cannot breathe. Like a second of not breathe. Like you try to... and it's not working. Like I've never had that before.
Okay. And then did you immediately go out and get your CPR certification because of that?
No, my office is offering it, and so I was like, oh, I get off of work for like 4 hours just by going to the CPR class or this Red Cross certification.
It's good to have. It's good to have that.
It's good. Yeah. Now if it happens to me again, I know how to get it out.
Self CPR.
The
last thought on this is you said you choked on a piece of chocolate because you wanted to swallow it whole because you didn't want to brush your teeth.
Like a fucking seagull.
And it's just like, that's something my child would say. It
was tiny enough. It was tiny enough where I thought it was like, oh, this is going to be fine.
It wasn't fine.
I made that face. The guy did. He's like,
were you alone when it happened?
No. Sarah was like, there was a moment I was like, okay, how much into this? After how much time do I need to start warning her? What's happening?
Panic. Yeah.
And
how long did you is right?
I think it took me a couple good 4 times.
Was she in the room with you?
Oh, she was in the bedroom reading.
Okay, because that's the other thing is imagine getting that far into it and someone's not paying attention to you choking, in the same room. Be like, could you keep it down? I'm watching my show, please. Thank you. Damn. Well, okay. Hey, we talked about it now. That was it. What is this podcast sometimes? It's like, it's not for you. It's for us,
Right.
It's for us.
That was the whole point.
This next movie, Running Man, may not be for you. It may not be for us. It may not be for somebody. But it could be for people. Let's talk about The Running Man, directed by Edgar Wright.
Love it.
With Glenn Powell.
Who saw it last?
Does anybody want to go first? All right, I'll say I didn't like the movie. I don't know what's
I love it. Rip it off like a Band-Aid because it's like, who wants to say it?
Probably least favorite Edgar Wright movie. And the thing is, Edgar Wright, one of his films is in my top 4. It's in my letterbox 4. So it's I always support him. And I feel like this is a man who's been trying to I don't know. I mean, this may not be it. And excuse me, Mr. Wright. I love you so much. You're my top 4. I don't know if he's trying to, he was so assigned to this style. it's such like Wes Anderson is like, that's a style. Edgar Wright. Oh yeah. When I say I want to do an Edgar Wright punch-in, people know what that means. And it's like, he had this very kinetic, snappy, timely thing. And then I feel like with Last Night at Soho, or I think that's what it's called, he's really tried to like, okay, let me try some other vibes and genres. And I think this one was like, okay, let's do a blockbuster. Let's, I'll do it my style or whatever. And at first I was like, okay, is he trying to do like really 90s, like just a rip off 80s kind of feel? But then at some point I was like, I just wasn't it. Like like I like Glenn Powell, and that was, if he wasn't in it, I would probably not even like this movie at all. Like I the only reason I enjoyed it was because of him, I guess. On a side, I'm a Glenn Powell fan as well, so I'm a little bit of his fan. So, but yeah, the movie I didn't like. Nothing felt like exciting or
yes.
interesting, and it felt bland for my taste. You know what I mean? Unless he was trying to mimic that style, and it just went way over my head. But I also like don't want to ding him too much, just because it's like maybe everyone gets one. I don't know. I'm sure he put his heart into it, and hearing Glenn Powell, like how much he really wanted to work with Edgar Wright in the first place. But I did leave disappointed, and then just the story felt a little like messy. I wish it was a TV show, because when I sat down and they're like, you have to survive for 30 days, and I was like, holy fuck, you have to sit through a 30-day like movie experience right here. How are you going to do that effectively? Yeah. And the way it jumps through time, and like the thing that I did appreciate was like the conception, the idea of like, oh, we're in little pockets, little stories. That's why I think it would work so well as a TV show, because it's like, in this episode we're in this place working with these people. Another episode, Michael Cera, you know what I mean? And you have different another episode where they're in the car chase. And then the end just kind of like, wait, what happened? I feel like that's such like a messy, tropey, weird. I just didn't vibe with it. So I watched Predator last week. I would definitely say watch Predator over Running Man, unfortunately.
Well, I wish I had known that going to the theater last night, Luis. I would have just gone to see Predator. Jeez. Just kidding. But anyway.
No, you're right. You're right for that one.
I just have curiosity. Which of her? I want to say.
You want to guess?
Which is the one?
Guess.
Yeah. Shaun of the Dead? Is it Shaun of the Dead? Or?
You were right the first time. Your first guess is correct.
Okay, well, that's the better one.
Hot Fuzz, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, I love Hot Fuzz.
No, what's funny about that too is like, I remember like Shaun of the Dead is so revered, and then I obviously watch Hot Fuzz, but I found myself rewatching Hot Fuzz all the time. Yeah, and then I just kept hearing it's like, oh, Shaun of the Dead, Shaun of the Dead. I was like, and listen, of course I love it, but then when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, okay, I think I like Hot Fuzz more. Yeah, and I think they're two different. They're paced differently. Yeah, I understand completely, and so it's like, they're both good. It just like depends where you want to flow. But Hot Fuzz is mine.
Hot Fuzz was one that I saw with Ed, I want to say. And the first time I saw it, I don't think I got it. Like, I just didn't care for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love Shaun of the Dead. I wanted that again, but on repeat, Hot Fuzz really stands up. Like, it is. Yeah, it's a good one.
It's so good. Just like, yeah.
It's my second favorite comedy of all time, for sure.
Yeah.
It's
okay. Why were you talking so much shit just a second? Yeah.
Talking so much shit about what?
Hot Fuzz? You seemed to have an attitude when he said it was Hot Fuzz. You were like, oh, the other one's better. Shaun of the Dead is better.
I meant Hot Fuzz.
No, he was saying.
Oh, yeah, I misunderstood. I was like, oh,
see,
okay.
that's the thing is like, I put these things up on pedestals, you see, Miguel. And so whenever people don't share that opinion, it disappoints
you get upset. You get mad.
Yes, because it's like, I thought we were connected. I thought we were, united in this front. No, I totally get that.
Yeah, okay.
You say a lot.
That's why
when
Miguel's
saying
like,
that.
oh, I'm not. Miguel says I'm not into this. I'm like, it severs a connection, like a pair of scissors, and then it just.
Wow. How many of those do you think I got in me?
In other ways.
I was going to say, how many of those do you think I have in me before you're like, hey, Miguel, I don't think I want to hang out with you anymore.
We're on the last thread, let me tell you, buddy.
I really want to think about that one, Miguel, before you say that.
God, I really hope you like this movie.
I won't overtalk it, but I actually agree with a lot of what Luis said. In fact, that's a lot of how I felt coming out of it. The TV show thing, yes. I mean, there was a moment in Running Man where I mean, God, the movie's only a little over 2 hours, right? Or maybe it's closer to 2.5, somewhere between 2 and 2.5. And there was a moment where I was like, damn, we're only on like day 8 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't. And I was at a moment in time where I was like, I can't do the full 30. Like, if we're about to do a day for day and see all 30 of them. And there was a moment on the plane where he was like, the other guy was like, I did the full 30 and you're only doing a week and a half or whatever. I was like, oh, thank God it's almost over. Okay.
I know. Yeah, absolutely.
I really don't want to just sit here and repeat everything you said, but yeah, it did feel lackluster. It did feel just like a little bit messy. There were maybe a couple moments that I was like having fun, but mostly I was just like, you know, mostly I was just like, this feels just like, I was kind of mad that I wasted like my night out. You know what I mean? Like, I would have rather have seen this at home. But it's like, okay, we're going to talk about it on the podcast, and I've been out for a couple weeks, so I was like, let me make an effort.
It's
I'm going to go see
Edgar
this
Wright,
one.
you know, it's Edgar Wright.
Exactly. Yeah, you think there's going to be something?
Yeah, exactly. I want to support him. You know,
a lot of good pieces. You know, and the theater was pretty full. But I walked away from it going like, man, I'm glad it's over. And I went home and I was just like, I was telling my wife, I was like, yeah, I don't think it was good, and I was a little worried that maybe I just was not in the right mindset. But you know, it is what it is. Ed. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
to your point about the ending, I'm so sorry, Ed. Let me just
no, go ahead.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
But like to Lisa's point about the ending, it's like when he comes in and he has that like little action hero line, and then it cuts to the credits. I just remember thinking, "Hey, Glenn, you're not that guy." You know, I was like,
I know you say that.
I want him to be. I want him to be. But I was like, I don't think that's. I'm saying that genuinely. I don't think that's your thing. I think he's more of this like weird character actor, you know, like he's hot and can be hot, but it's like, no, dude, like let him be quirky, you know, let him do something.
Let me talk about Glenn. Sorry, Ed, I know you're going to give your opinion, but you're talking about Glenn Powell, so I want to talk about Glenn Powell. Like, yeah, I think there's definitely like a camp where like, oh, I'm not really into him. And then people who really do like him, I think he is someone who's trying to like, am I a blockbuster lead? And he's definitely somebody who like, Hitman, his new show, Chad Powers, and this one, I'm like, this motherfucker loves to play different characters. Like he wants to see how far he can be different personas for sure, but also that action hero guy. And for me, I think that's so endearing. I find it endearing. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's ride this ride together. And
I mean, that was his
some moments of intensity when he's like, oh, sorry, I'm still alive or whatever. I'm like, I'm with you in that. Like, I think behind his eyes, there is like true, genuine intent. And I think that's why I like him. But I understand that there's like, you know, because many people.
I've liked him in some things. And I think that, like, I don't think every project is going to be for me. But that's why I sent that like Hot Ones clip where he was talking about like movie lingo with Sean Evans. Yeah. And I was just sitting there thinking like, dude, this dude, I get why Tom Cruise liked him so much, because it's like, oh, you're like a movie maker. Like you, the craft of it all, it seems really important to him. And he does have this charm. He does have this charisma. I don't like outright hate him. But in this movie in particular, and it's like when you're playing the action hero as opposed to like being one, it felt very like Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt, you know.
Okay, well, I never
he's better. But he's better, absolutely.
Right, because I understand that Chris Pratt for sure. It's that 1000%.
Yeah, it's like I think there are genuine roles that he really resonates in, and this one just wasn't it for me. But I don't really think he was the reason I didn't like the movie either. I think overall I was just kind of like a little lackluster as a whole. I
see that for sure. Yeah, you know, what I like this.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say this might lead into Ed's thing. I'm sorry. I've never really watched Coleman Domingo. Is that his name?
Yes.
In anything. Yeah. And
wait.
So I saw this. What?
Really?
Oh, here's this one.
Because I know you love him.
He has him on a pedestal. You're going to make him mad right now.
No. I mean,
I'm just genuinely
just
like,
surprises me because I feel like he's been in so much. Like, how do you miss him?
Like the Netflix movie Sing Sing. Like I know he's around and he's like becoming prolific and a force and all these things. So I don't know why I just keep missing him. But I saw him here, and at first I was like, ugh. And then I was like, I fucking hate this guy. And then I was like, oh, he's really doing a really good job then. And at that point I saw The Craft. Yeah,
Yes.
and it was just like he played that like terrible person so well that it made me want to like fuck this guy, you know. But
It's
in
the showmanship of it.
the best way an actor can do, you know, like he accomplished his goal. So
and he looks good doing it.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's also,
Ed.
anyway,
that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to connect with
Coleman
you.
Domingo, all day. But no, I think for the most part, I agree with you guys. Maybe I felt like a little warmer about certain parts of the movie. I did. It did take a minute for me to get interested and invested in it. I had no expectations about this. One thing I wanted to ask you guys was if you had seen the original Running Man. I know this is. I know it is a book also, and it's more focused on the book. But I was just curious if that had any effect on how you received this film. I haven't seen it either, so going into it, my expectations were just like I'm just hoping for a good Edgar Wright movie with a solid Glenn Powell performance, because you mentioned Hitman, which was the one that kind of won me over to him, and I like him in Maverick too. I haven't watched that show yet.
A little by the numbers on Maverick.
I did like him in Twisters too. He's charming. He's got that movie star charisma. You know, I think he's got it all, and I think Hitman was evidence that he could, do more than just be a good-looking guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like he can do goofy without any vanity, you know.
The Chris Hemsworth and John Hamm type of thing.
Yeah, you know? Exactly, perfect. Like he can do comedy and serious drama. He can do action and romance. Like, but I also get, like you guys said, he definitely has that, that problem. I think people will just kind of judge him as they see him, kind of thing. It's just like a good-looking dude. That's why he's getting these roles, kind of thing. But no, I do think he's talented, and I think where this movie works best is through the action more so than the story. I feel like it just the more it went on, the more scatterbrained it felt, and it felt rushed. It didn't occur to me about maybe a series, but as soon as you said it, I was just like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I think that maybe is the way to go for this story anyway, because I felt the same way.
Like that
I was
Squid Game.
Yeah.
Squid Game like need, you know. Yeah.
I thought it was like maybe the competition was like survive a week or something.
Yeah.
So I thought that was going to be hairy, and then towards the end it just kind of loses that momentum, and the big climax is just like a lot of people shouting at one another, which was a little aggravating after a while. Does just kind of abruptly end. I didn't mind the very end so much, but I think, like I said, it just felt so scatterbrained that it doesn't really relay its message by the end of it. Like, I don't think it even knows what it wanted to really say. And where I think it was maybe from the book he was trying to cram in everything, or not enough of it, or not enough of the right stuff. But I enjoyed the action bits. That's when I found myself like leaning into it. I liked the Michael Cera little House of Horror thing going on, but then again, I felt like the ins and outs of that were like a little bit forced and a little bit like, this feels random, and so there's a lot of back and forth, and when it has you invested and then suddenly it drops and you're just kind of like, okay, let's move on to the next or whatever. So yeah, it was a bit of a mixed bag. I don't think I hated it by any means. I think there's some good things there, but yeah, it definitely didn't feel as much of the Edgar Wright. But there was also moments where I was just like, okay, yeah, this is where you have that propulsive energy to it that kind of, gives it that boost. But then, yeah, it just kind of gets lost in the weeds a little bit. I think it establishes itself pretty well. I like the world that it's in, the sci-fi of it all. I think it looks good on that front. I feel like they had a lot of practical sets, not just CGI. I feel like in the hands of maybe another generic director, it wouldn't even have that. So I think it's almost just like you said, Edgar Wright just kind of stretching his wings a little bit and trying different genres and stuff. He doesn't want to keep making the Cornetto trilogy, and I appreciate that. You know, like he wants to move on and do other things. I thought Last Night in Soho was like good. I enjoyed that movie more on a second watch.
Like, I respect him enough where I can, like, if he's swinging, then I'm like, I'm here with you. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you swinging.
I don't always like Guillermo del Toro's swings. In fact, most of his movies I don't very much care for. But he's a director who
he's pushing himself.
He pushes himself and he pours himself into whatever he's working on, and I do get a bit of that. Like I said, I think there's like a bit of energy to it that I feel like had just a generic director directed. It just would have felt way more boring or way more convoluted, way more trimmed down.
This is totally like an IP that I think is really good for this type of like leg stretching that you guys are talking about, because it's like no one. I mean, if you've seen the Schwarzenegger movie a bunch, maybe you feel differently, but it's like I think I've ever seen that one. I couldn't even really tell you like anything about it other than what I've seen from this movie just now. And it just seems like, okay, yeah, you know, like a sci-fi thriller, a fun action movie. It just seems like the right script or the right property to try this. Yeah. It just didn't quite
TV.
land.
It could have gone really well there too.
Like a TV show really would have. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Edgar Wright is like, I think there is work that I really loved the idea of him doing Ant-Man, you know, and I just think like there is a style that he can do and make his own without necessarily just rehashing the beats from some of the popular movies.
Yeah.
But
he's proven it time and again. I just think maybe this was, and I know this movie or this project at least has been tossed around for like a few years now. I don't think he was always the one attached to it.
Attached?
Yeah. I might be mistaken on that, but I feel like it was something that studios were trying to redo again, just didn't know how to go around it. I did like the little nod to Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was on the New Dollars.
He's like the governor or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. You know, there's a lot of details there. I just think, it's a lot crammed in, and I think, it wasn't a clear vision of how they wanted to tell this story, and because of that, it feels just like unbalanced. And
is this a movie that either one of you would rewatch or like come back to?
If I did, it would be a very casual rewatch, I think. I don't.
Yeah.
This is one that's screaming out, like, go see this again. I don't think it's something like, oh, I missed that, so I definitely love it now. At least I didn't get that. Last Night in Soho was a little different because it had like this kind of mystery horror element to it, and
it's got some cinematic flair to it as well. You know, when it's like dipping in and out between the two. Yeah, and I think because he is such a technical director, he does that so well. But on paper, this just seemed like the perfect kind of project for him to bring to life. So, and maybe he was going for again, because I didn't see that movie. I just didn't know what, if anything, there was like references to, or how, like, if there was like tongue in cheek about it. I don't know, but I think it's just like okay. Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of The World's End, so this might be down at the bottom with that for me.
Woof.
Yeah. I gave it 3 stars. I gave it 3 stars. I don't think any of his movies have gone below that. I didn't hate it by any means. There were moments of entertainment. Good cast. Just unfortunately didn't work.
Well, make sure you guys run to the theater to see Running Man in theaters for the next
Yeah, Predator. That's a fun one.
I do want to see that.
That one's a pretty clear. That one's a pretty clear. What's clearer? All right, guys, we're almost done with this podcast. You're doing such a good job. Good job. Now we're gonna move on to what we're into.
I normally go first in this segment, but I would like Ed to go first this week because
I cut you off last week, so
we got a little silly last week.
It was the vibe last week. It wasn't working for us, and sometimes you just got to take it. But okay, we're talking about other. God damn it! I fucked up my headphones.
It's okay. Your hair looks bad too.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
I look like a 80s housewife. All right, so last week I got to see Die My Love, the new movie from Lynne Ramsey, who also did We Need to Talk About Kevin, You Were Never Really Here. I'm blanking on the other one. But anyway, it's the one with Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. And it's basically about this new mother who kind of once they move into this house out in the country that they inherited from his family, she just starts losing her mind a little bit, and you have her and the people around her trying to navigate that. It's Lynne Ramsey is very artistic director. Like a lot of her movies are kind of more visual and unspoken than they are like
more tonal, more poetic.
Yeah, exactly. It's not plotty at all, really. It's really just kind of following and observing. And there is like this very animalistic approach to this one, where you've got this couple who are just kind of like animals tearing at each other throughout most of the movie, and then she's just kind of explosive. Like you never know what she's going to do in one scene to the next. I loved Jennifer Lawrence in this film.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she's fantastic.
I love it.
Robert Pattinson is really good too, but it is very much about Jennifer Lawrence, and she is just utterly fearless in it. And it's actually really funny. As intense as it gets, it is pretty funny. It kind of it's not trying to be too preachy. You guys remember I saw that other movie, If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, which was also about motherhood and this mother who was kind of like losing her grip a little bit, and that one was just like pure intense and chaotic and awful. But this one at least had a little bit of levity to it, but also, I mean, a little bit more of like, I don't know, direction. But yeah, no, I really, the whole cast is really good. But Jennifer Lawrence really fucking, like,
you know how I knew she was going to be good in that movie?
Because she's Jennifer Lawrence.
Because of that movie poster she has where she's like,
yeah.
And I'm like, she's locked in. She's in it. She's in,
because we were both like,
she is in it right now.
Yeah. 100%. She
locked in.
The places she goes, the things that she does in this, it's just fucking great. Like there are going to be moments that might be triggering for some people. It does deal with like post. Oh my god, why am I blanking on words?
Postpartum depression.
Postpartum depression. Thank you. You've got a husband who is as soon as they get the baby, they starts being distant and stuff like that. But then as soon as she's gone, everything is functioning fine, and he brings. They move into this old country house, and it's shot in like a square. I want to say 16mm frame, so it feels boxy. Yeah, it feels boxy. It feels like a little claustrophobic. You're in this hot house.
Like Lighthouse.
Yes, yeah, very much so. And so you feel it. You're in it, and but man, yeah, really it's a showcase for Jennifer Lawrence, and she's fantastic. So I really hope that carries through the award season. Right now, it's my favorite performance of the year.
Do you like her performance more? Well, I don't want to say it, but like her and Emma Stone
And
were
Begonia,
going at it. Would you give it? Yeah.
I would give it to Jennifer Lawrence for sure. Emma Stone is really good, but almost like reliably good in Begonia. And I feel like Jesse Plemons walks away with that film. Whereas this is all about Jennifer Lawrence.
I just
fucking great.
I want to say I haven't seen Die My Love, but talking about Begonia, and there's a few other films this year too. I just think this year has been really great for like press tours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not to be that guy that just eats up the pop culture of it all, but like the Die My Love has been a lot of fun. Like they have so much chemistry just in.
Yeah.
And I mean, talking about Running Man, Glenn Powell was on Hot Ones. I thought that was a really good bit.
I want to watch that.
All of the interviews I saw with Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, I was like, yes, you guys are so fun and interesting to watch. And it has kind of reinvigorated this like sense of something Luis said earlier this year. We might have just been talking off the podcast about how AI is going to take over and how dangerous that can be for creatives. And Luis made a point that was like, here's why I think that you don't have to worry, is because people are always going to want to see the celebrities in these moments, these press tours, you know what I mean? The Ariana and Cynthia Erivo.
See what they're talking about.
Right.
Like they want those moments. People really kind of eat these things up. And so I think this has been just like the last year or two has been really fun for some of these promos.
Evidence to that. Yeah. I do think, exactly. I do think I understand how people can feel alienated from both of those movies, but I do think Die My Love, I feel like both Sarah and Kristen, I was really looking forward to my Sarah seeing Die My Love. Didn't get around to it, and now it only has like 10 p.m. showings at my theaters. But I do think it's a good one to watch, and it's not that long. It's like an hour and 49 minutes, I think.
Oh, I love it. Love to hear it.
No, it's interesting and very entertaining. And Lynne Ramsey, Lynne Ramsey is kind of an enigma. She's only got a handful of movies in her back pocket, but she also did like part of the soundtrack for this. She actually like sung a song for this. She's she does her own photography too, and she's an interesting one.
Multifaceted.
And she's Scottish. It's so random too. But it's just like when you hear her talk, it's just like, you made this movie.
No, man, you can't fucking.
Well, not like it just. But she's so like quiet and almost shy and timid in a way. It's just like, man, like you have such a obviously artistic voice. It's just always funny to see that. I wasn't saying anything like you can't do. No, I think she's great, and I've liked pretty much all of her movies I've seen so far. So, anyway, Die My Love, go see it. It's great.
Well, Ed, you also have something on here that I think I'm excited to hear you talk about, because I know Steven has also been really into this.
Yes.
On Apple TV.
I did. I finally took the plunge. I got my phone hooked up to the old Apple account of Sarah, and so I have access to it now. But now that also means my podcasts are fucked. But that's another story. But Slough Horses is the Apple TV show with Gary Oldman, and it follows this ragtag group of outcasts of the MI5 of British intelligence. Basically, if you fuck up in the agency, you get sent there. It's kind of like where all the fuck ups go. And,
the Slough Horses.
Yeah. Well, the building is called, or the area is called Slough, and it's the Slough House, and everybody who works there are called Slough Horses. And
That's a bit of a
It's actually a
Kind
lot
of the
funnier.
point I was making. I thought
A lot funnier than I was expecting. It's not like a full-on comedy, but there's a lot of humor to it. And
But would it be nominated for an Emmy the way that The Bear gets nominated for a comedy?
you know, the fact that it hasn't is beyond me. I don't. It's
same level of humor, right? Like it's comparatively
funnier. I have laughed out loud. I have lolled to this to this show. Whereas The Bear, I was just like grinding my teeth and punching pillows.
You punched a pillow while you were watching The Bear?
I'm just demonstrating my frustration with that show. But no, this is like a fun like espionage show, but with like humorous undertones. Good cast. Gary Oldman is so good. Like people, like I thought I knew what I was expecting out of him going into this show, but it's actually just like so much more. Some of his lines, the delivery of his lines, is just so fucking funny. And he's like a gross character. He's just kind of like this, you know, this boss, like a bad headmaster. Just like he drinks on the job, he smokes, doesn't look like he showers much, he farts everywhere. And
so he's me. Okay.
it just reminded me of Miguel. Miguel, I could tell that you shower, but Gary Oldman in the show does not shower.
Thank you.
But no, he's just so good. And you've also got Jack Loudon, who's kind of like the hot guy who just wants to get back on the real service and like wants to be James Bond, but he fucked up in the first season, so that's why he's in Slough House. But yeah, anyway, I'm well into the second season now, and I'm having a great time with it. So I do need to talk to Stephen about it. So
I've only heard incredible things about the show. I'm always like,
no, it's really entertaining
from different people. So
This guy-
it's definitely a show.
I'm sorry, Luis. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please. I was just saying I want to watch the show.
Jack Loudon. I looked him up because Ed was saying he was hot, and I was like, okay, whatever. He's married to Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, they just had a kid, and he's about to be the new Mr. Darcy in the Netflix Pride and Prejudice.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah,
good for him. He's living a good life.
And I know we've talked about it, but his name has been tossed around for the new James Bond.
I'd take him.
I would
Miguel,
take him.
act like you're Miguel. Act like you're Jack Loudon.
Okay.
He's Scottish, by the way.
Oh,
why do I have to act like him? Why am I getting put on the spot?
I just wanted to hear you do an accent and saying like I'm Jack Loudon.
I get Scottish and Irish mixed up. So Scottish is the one that's
racist.
No, we'll move on.
It's funny.
Okay.
It's funny,
We'll move
but
on.
he is Scottish, and then his wife is Irish.
It's not funny that people are Scottish, Ed. It's okay.
You keep saying
But
that,
I'm
Ed.
British, so
Yeah.
it is funny.
It's hilarious. Okay. And then Ed, you're talking about Fortnite Pass, right?
I didn't put that there. Somebody put
I
that
put
there.
that there
Oh.
because I was giggling about Ed. But Ed, I just want to point out that Ed, not this pass, but the last pass, finally got the Fortnite crew pass thing, and he was a little miffed that he didn't get all the things right away. And it was late in the season. I'm talking like days before it wrapped up. He realized, oh, I've earned all of this. I just haven't.
Unlocked
I haven't like accepted my rewards yet.
Mhm.
And this season, though, he's making an effort. He's finishing, he's getting the things, he's getting the characters, this and that.
Yeah.
And how do you feel now that you've like gotten into it a little bit more?
I get it. Now I get it. And I think I would have enjoyed the previous season, which was the Power Rangers season, so much more if I didn't spend the whole time thinking I had wasted my money doing all of that shit.
You're gonna enjoy the next season. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
But
got
I've
some
already
info.
been enjoying the Simpsons season, so it's nice to. And now it's just like I'm chasing that green dragon,
High.
just like
Yeah.
every time I go back to the every time I go back to the lobby, I'll be like, "What did I unlock?"
He does say that a lot now.
Exactly.
He does say that, but that's how you should. You should be like, "What did I get? What did I get?"
That's why you do the quests now. You know, that's why you go hunt
Right.
I
quests.
still haven't
Yes.
done a lot of the quests. I'm going to be honest.
But this is a
that's
shorter
easy
season.
XP, baby. You know what I mean?
This
I've
next-
done some tasks.
this next
throughout
one-
the game.
This next season, like once you get into a next full season, that's when you'll really appreciate the quests and stuff.
Yeah,
And that's why you really kind of knock us, but like we play all those dumb games on the side only because you get so much XP just for showing up and playing them. You know? And it's like it's worth it. It's sure you want to
like
be
the ghost
shooting.
game. In the ghost game, the best case scenario, we go up like 2 levels. You know, and so when you're so close to getting like that premium skin, you're
in
like,
one
okay,
go. You can get 2 levels right away, and so it's.
Well, I think you both jumped on the other day, and I told you I was just about to like wrap up. I said I told my daughter I was done. I was getting off, but then I realized how close I was to unlocking Ned Flanders. Mm-hmm. So I played it, and then I unlocked him the very next go around. So.
Exactly, you're getting it. You're getting it.
Yeah,
and my last thought on this is, at this time last year, I was getting excited because I was about to see the new map for the first time. And this was something Luis was also telling me at the time. And I do think it is such a great moment when you've been playing like Fortnite for most of this year, you know, and it's been the map. Now you're in the Simpsons map. It's the smaller map. It's like the filler map while they're getting everything ready. But like when you get to see this new, and whether it's good or bad, you know, you're going to get a whole new map to run around in.
Yeah.
And it is really kind of exciting. And you know what, Luis, when we played last year, we were getting the like chapter 2 reboot, whatever we were playing. And Luis was like, this is my map. This is the one I started with. I have my map that I started with. And I am like, if they bring it back, like I will be playing every day. I loved that map. I loved playing with it. So I'm excited for you.
No, I call me excited. I hope I get. I mean, it doesn't wrap up until the end of this month, right?
Yeah, it'll be. I don't know if the new chapter. Are we going to get the new map in December or January? I want to say it was January
December.
last year.
I've got 12 more levels to get through.
Well, on the short season, by the way, it's faster. You get them a lot faster, so you'll get there.
Yeah.
And don't forget, if you don't, you can just buy it right before it's done. You know.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to earn those XP points. You know what I'm saying?
I got on the other day and Ed goes, "Oh, let me guess, you bought all this?" I was like, "Okay, I don't know why I'm getting attacked right now." Like,
but you
did. I did. Okay, but like, doesn't mean you need to like call me out. Sorry.
But you also you have more hooked up to your Fortnite, as in like you have like the PlayStation account and all of that, like the PlayStation Plus.
Also, can I say, Miguel, that you may not need to like purchase the levels, because last year you got to level 300
on those very
you definitely would have made it without getting extra XP.
Well, what I was telling Ed,
you'll always find a way.
What I was telling with Ed was I missed like a week and a half because I had like family in town. We went traveling. We did this with that. If I had the PlayStation Portal, maybe I could have played a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But oh my God, Ed, we're almost done.
Yeah, just shut up already.
I'm sorry. Luis primed me to keep talking. Anyway, speaking of talking and bullying, Luis, you've bullied me.
Yes, PlayStation Plus. So this is the backstory here. I have a PlayStation Portal, and before with the PlayStation Portal, it's like a handset. Before, I had to be connected to my PlayStation, but now they have this new thing where it's like if you get PlayStation Plus Premium, it's cloud gaming, so I can play any game I own and anything in the cloud library off my Portal. The Portal's like $2.99, and like it's like almost the price of a controller itself. A Switch is like $4.99. You know what I mean? Like shit's expensive, so it's surprising how kind of cheap it is. So I finally like dipped my toe, especially because the holidays are coming up, and I'll be able to take it around. And once I got it, I started like playing like 4 different games after Fortnite. I was like, I don't want to be tense right now. I want to be relaxed. Mm-hmm. So I played some like coziest kind of games. I finally got into Blueprints, which is like this escape level. It's a calm game, but it's like a thinking game. and people have been raving about it at work. So I was like, okay, let me try it. And the good thing about PlayStation Plus Premium is that I don't have to download it to then play it. I can just play it. And that's been like the biggest stopping point for me. It's like, well, I could play it, fine, I'll download it. And by the time it's done downloading, I'm not in the mood anymore.
You're not in the vibe
I've moved
anymore.
on with my life. So now I can just cloud game. I can jump and from game to game. And so I did that. I did that with Blueprints, and I'm like, I'm in it now. Like, I downloaded it. And then I'm playing, I did Dave the Diver. And I was like, I always hear about that game. Let me just play with it a little bit. So I did that. I also went on, played Sonic Frontier. And I was like, whoa, this thing is like trippy cool. But I only did like 30 minutes, then I moved on. So, yeah, but these are like all options I can like get back to no matter what. Like, I feel very free to explore. And then on the side, I'm also playing that Dispatch game, which is like, it's almost like a TV show. You just like make choices and you do like some gaming elements in it. And Aaron Paul's in it. It's really fun. And they basically have 8 episodes, and each episode is like an hour long. So before, like a couple weeks ago when it first launched, they only had 2 episodes, and then every week it would like release more episodes. So it really felt like a TV show. They just gamified it. It was the people who does the Critical Role Dungeons and Dragons. There's a guy named Matt Mercer. It's his game. So that's why it has a lot of that like decision making options and factors. So you can decide to punch someone, or you can decide to forgive them, kind of thing. So I've been playing that on my PlayStation Plus.
I love it. No, I'm excited. I'm going to talk more about the Portal later this year because I think I'm going to get it, because I'm finally, they finally upgraded it so that you can have someone playing on the PlayStation and playing on the Portal at the same time, which is really all I need in this household. Like, my wife was like, "Oh, is that all you want it for?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Both of you will just be playing the entire time." I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? Because yeah, all right." There are times I want to play a game and he wants to play a game and I have to get off. But yeah, PlayStation Plus. I upgraded to the premium just to try the cloud streaming just on the PlayStation itself, and it's like, yeah, that is kind of nice. So you can just jump in and jump out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good year. And Luis, did you have one more thing you want to talk about?
I did have one more thing I want to talk about. It's a new show from one of my favorite show creators, Pluribus, which translates to "of many." It's an Apple TV show, directed by Vince Gilligan. It's his show, starring Rhea Seehorn, who was a character in Better Call Saul. I loved her in that. And so I was like, dude, yes, Vince Gilligan, new concept, the same actor, let's go. And I got to tell you, I'm loving it. It feels good to be back in Vince Gilligan's hands.
Okay.
Just the way he tells stories, the way it's like lit, the way he reveals things. He doesn't just out say it. I love it. And his wide angled shots, the way he gets like wide like perspective is like so cool. I just like his I just like what he does. I like his taste. And I would recommend it. If I would watch Pluribus, which is on Apple TV.
Can I say I very almost started watching it today, but then I started the 2nd season of Slow Horses instead. I was just I get it. I was on a roll with Slow Horses. So I was just like, but I do want to watch.
I've heard good things.
I've heard good things. Vince Gilligan, all the things, and I like her too. So, and the trailer, it felt not that long ago we were talking about the trailer when they released it. So, and yeah, it looks good. So. I think it does a really good job of being like, if you like Vince Gilligan, it's not like the same old thing. It's kind of new, but it's still it's that perfect sweet spot of like different but new, but same but different. Yeah.
Love it.
It's in
the same but different. Well, that's it. What an episode! That's it for us. What an episode! Tune in next week. We're going to talk about Wicked for Good, the new movie starring Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I've become I don't know what you call a Wicked fan.
Wicked. You know what I mean?
But love it.
Thank you.
I'm excited. No,
and on that note,